Greetings, summer hour, new teachers. My name is Mickey Stanfield. I am the local school technology coordinator here at Summer Hour Middle School. My job is to kind of help you with the digital setup and digital information. So what I've got here is I'm going to show you how to set up our eClass pages. We are using a cluster-wide template this year, which means Norcross High School, Paul Duke High School, Pinckneyville Middle School, Summer Hour Middle School, and all our feeder elementary schools, all 6 of them, will be using this template to start their pages. This is across the entire cluster. The idea here is that a 14-year-old 8th grade student can help her 8-year-old elementary school student a little bit better if they know basically where to find things on the page, if the pages are very similar. So this is not to say you cannot add things to your eClass page, but there's certain pieces that need to be in place. And for that to happen, what I have done is I have created Summer Hours template for you. And I'm going to walk you through putting that together. So first thing I'm going to do is go to my eClass page. And I'm actually on another teacher's eClass page. And since some of you are new, I should probably go step back and show you how I got to my eClass page, right? Okay, so I went to publish.gwinnett.k12.ga.us. Once you've been to this portal once, if you type publish and hit enter, it'll bring you here. You don't have to memorize the website. You don't have to do a search on Google and then click everywhere to get here. Just type publish, hit enter, it'll pop up after the first time. All right, so once I get to my portal, I'm looking for the eClass button. So I click the eClass button, and that brought me to my home page. It actually brings you to Summer Hours landing page, which is not 100% up to date in this video for the new school year, but it will be by the time you guys get back. And then I'm going to select the course. And for you, you're going to have your courses right here at the top mostly. I'm going to pick one of our connections teachers, our orchestra teacher. This is going to be the 2021 year, semester 1. So I'm going to pick her class just because she's got a bunch of classes set up, so it's not going to matter if I set one up for her. So I'm going to pick her class. I'm set up here, and let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to make the settings happen. We're going to do all this work from Course Admin. So I'm going to go into Course Admin, and the first thing I need to go to is my home pages. And in the home pages, you should see a list of home pages. None of these are clickable links. We're going to make it a clickable link before we use it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the 2020-2021 Summer Hour Teacher page. That's our template that I want to use. But I'm not going to apply it yet. I'm going to apply it up here in a minute. First thing I'm going to do is click the little arrow and choose copy. And now here's the copy, and it's a clickable link, which means she can edit this page. So if you apply this one, the non-clickable one, to your page, it will look right, but you won't be able to make changes to it. If you make this copy first, and then click on the copy, we can make sure a couple things are set up. First thing is take the word copy off and put your last name. So I'm going to put her last name right here so she knows which one she's using. You can make edits to this, but there's no point in editing the description. This default header text is what our principal would like here, so let's leave that alone. All right, the basic 3-layer, this is all set up for you. This is where you can add some widgets later, and we'll get to that in another video, but for now, we're going to hit save and close. So now you'll notice I have this one with her last name on it. That's what we're going to apply as our template. So come back up to the top of the page where it says the active home page is the default. We're going to change from default to 2020-2021 Summer Hour Teacher page, Hong, or your last name, whatever your last name is. That page you just created, and hit apply. Voila, it's done. Doesn't look any different though. So that's because we're in the template section. So I'm going to click on the name of my page. So you're going to click right here. This is her page. And now when I drop back to that home page, it looks different. Okay? Now, we have teacher information in the upper left-hand corner, and that's got my information in it. Please don't leave that there for your students. I don't need your students calling me to find out about your assignments because I don't know. Okay? So you're going to need to edit that. So in teacher information, I'm going to click the little arrow. I'm going to edit this widget. And I'm in my properties. You don't need to mess with these. I've got release conditions. You don't need to mess with these. We'll talk about those in another video, but not really appropriate for this box. And then you've got content. That's where you're going to change and put your name, what you teach, your email address, and whatever your office hours are going to be. Okay? I don't know what hers are. So I'm just going to leave it here, and yeah, I better not. Let me go ahead and put her name real quick, orchestra, change her name, Rebecca, Huong. But now, before we go anywhere, I'm going to have to right-click. No, I'm not going to right-click. Where am I going to change that? I need to change, I need to change that link. There we go. See, it's a mail to Mickey Stanfield, even though it's got her name. I'm still going to get the email. So make sure you change Rebecca.Huong. Or change it to your name and update. So again, how did I change that link again? I selected the link. I clicked the link button, the quick link button. And because this is selected, it's going to go to edit mode. So you're going to change the name of the person here and the name of the person right here. All right, do not take out mail to : otherwise it won't work. All right, that tells it what to do with this address. Okay, so hit update. All right, so now that one's updated. I hit save. It brings me back to all my widgets. That's not where I want to be. I want to see what it looks like on the page. So again, I'm going to click the name of my page right here at the top. And there we go. This is, if I click this now, it's going to open my email program and ask to send an, actually, it's going to open the wrong email program. So close that. I haven't set this up yet. I just had my email or my computer reimaged. But you saw it went into an email program, right? It's going to try to email that person. All right. Announcements. Same thing. Right click. Add a new announcement. Put in a headline, put in a little video, introduce yourself to the kids, something like that at the beginning. Okay, announcements is how you're going to mostly be communicating with your kids here. You can also go to the announcement tool. If I click the arrow and go to announcement tool, it's going to show me all the announcements I've created here. Obviously, she doesn't have any on her page yet. So as you get 15, 20, 30 announcements and you need to go back and edit one, you can go here to get that done. All right, let me back up again. All right, so back on the page, I've got our school logo. I've got a banner. What if you want to change this banner? All right, you can change this banner by clicking this here. Change image. And I'm going to say music because she does orchestra. Well, that looks like an orchestra-like picture. Let me use that one for now. Boom. There's her orchestra page. All right, so we got an orchestra picture. I got this in here. We've got the week at the glance, and this will be a Google slide. We'll talk about that some other time. You might already know how to make a Google slide. They just want a weekly Google overview of what's going on. Got some student help guides. This is what has to be on your page. Okay. Next thing we need to do, though, is change this toolbar. That is not the toolbar we are using. Okay. So we could customize this nav bar, but this is going to be a lot of work. I've already created one. So let's go to Manage All Course Nav Bars. And here are the course nav bars. And do you see this one here? 2020, 2021, summer hour nav bar. That's this school year. That's this school. This is the one we're going to use. Now, you don't have to make a copy of this. You could if you were going to edit this thing later. But we are asking you not to edit this through the first semester. Let's go ahead and use it as is. So, come up here, same thing. My active nav bar is the default. I don't want the default anymore. I want the 2021 summer hour nav bar. So I'm going to click on that one and hit apply. Do you see this all changed? Looks different than it did a second ago. All right, so go back to the page. So now if the kids want to go to announcements, straight to the announcements without seeing them here. Let's say you have one announcement up here, but they know they missed one from last week. They can go to the announcement tool, just like you can, and see all the previous announcements. Assignments, this is where they're going to turn stuff in, and we'll talk about that in another video. Calendar. We still strongly encourage you to use the calendar to put assignments in. So you can let the kids know what you're doing, what's due this day, etc. We'll talk about how to get events on here at a later time. All right, today's just about setup. Content, that's where all your stuff lives, and you're going to build your stuff and then put it on the calendar. Build your assignments, put them on the calendar, and then the kids use the assignments tool to go to the assignments and turn stuff in. All right, you build your discussions in content. All right, so content's really where you're going to live a lot. You're going to do a lot of work in there. All right, so if you got a discussion board you were supposed to be doing, the kids are supposed to be doing, they click here. If they're taking a quiz today, they can click here. And then I've got the summer hour website linked right here. So if there's stuff on the summer hour website, they can get to it from here without having to know the address or doing a Google search. And then, see this little arrow? Kids aren't going to see this because they don't have the extra button. But you have one extra button the kids don't have that doesn't fit on this page, and that is Course Admin. Remember, we used that earlier to get into my home pages. All right, so I hit Course Admin, and now I can get into my course home pages, where you can also edit the calendar from here. You can do get class progress, see who's been doing stuff. You can get your class list off of here. Make sure everybody's registered who should be registered for that class. Divide kids into groups. There's lots of stuff you can do in here. Okay, so today we're just talking about home pages and widgets, or actually we didn't even talk about widgets, but go into home pages, getting this thing set up. All right, if you have any questions, reach out to me. My name is Mickey Stanfield. Mickey, just like the mouse, think big black ears. Stanfield, and I am your local school technology coordinator. If you've got eClass questions, Nearpod questions, all the software questions, I'm kind of your first line of defense, first guy you go to ask. All right, I hope this helps, and I will see you next time.